Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Today I wanted to make a tips and tricks video for the new Diamond Casino and Resort DLC. There's new features that were added in this update that you might have known or you might not have known. I've been playing around with this update for the past 2 days and I've seen a lot of interesting new features and also changes. And some of these aren't even related to the Nightclub, but are changes to other things in game with this new update. So I'm going to be talking about that. Also, let me know down below what you guys think of this new microphone. I got this microphone the other day. This is my first video of it, so hopefully it sounds good. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Now anyways, let's get started with the video. Starting off at number 10, we have Nightclub popularity increase. I know what some people are going to ask me, and they're going to wonder when they're going to see this, but wait, isn't this a casino DLC? Why are you talking about Nightclub popularity? Because one of the things that I noticed in the patch notes was that Nightclub popularity was increased, and this is really good for Rockstar because popularity missions were so useless in the past. A lot of them took really long to do, and whenever you completed them, you only got half a bar of popularity. Thankfully though, Rockstar has changed this, and while the popularity missions aren't the greatest, there's still other better missions to do. They're much more worth doing now. Now what has changed? Popularity missions now pay in 1 bar and 25% in popularity. So basically they pay in 1.25 bars. So it'll fill up an entire bar and also 25%. And this is a vast improvement from previous popularity missions because in the past you would need to do 10 popularity missions, 10, in order to fill up the whole 5 bars. But now you only need to do 4. So take a look at this. I did this popularity mission. I had to take this truck from Sandy Shores, had to drive a good distance, but I finally got it back to my nightclub. And when I got it back to my nightclub and I delivered, I got 1 bar and 25%. So popularity missions, if you have a nightclub and you're running that constantly, you might want to start doing them more often now. It's really good on Rockstar to increase popularity. Good on them for this. Next at number 9, we have Pegasus reorganization. So one of the new things in this update is the Pegasus service has been completely reorganized into different sections. Now in the past, Pegasus could be really messy because people like me, we have a lot of Pegasus vehicles, a lot, and it can be a giant mess scrolling through it and trying to figure out what is what. Here, they've reorganized it into several different categories. You have weaponized, military, helicopter, plane, monster truck, boat, transport, submarine, blimp. But the thing is, though, even though it is reorganized, it can still be a little confusing. And the reason it's a little confusing is because if you click on military, the only military vehicle, at least that I have, is the Rhino tank. So the Rhino tank is the only vehicle that I have in military, and I was wondering, where are the other vehicles? And under weaponized, I had the Insurgent, and you could argue the Savage helicopter, the Buzzard helicopter, the Laser jet, the Hydra jet. If you own those vehicles, you could argue that those vehicles are military vehicles, and they technically are military vehicles, but instead of being in the military category, they are in the plane and helicopter category. So make sure that you just keep that in mind. I wish they would have just put all the weaponized vehicles in one category, me personally, or at least you could have chosen how to organize it. That would have been nice, but still, it's a lot better with Pegasus like this. It's not a mess anymore. So if you're using the Pegasus service now, you notice it's a lot easier to use. Next at number 8, we have Spin the Wheel. Now, most people already know about this feature. This is part of the casino main floor, so when you walk in, you're going to see this right away. And you can spin the wheel once a day, and you can get everything from clothing to discounts to even a car and chips and money. And you basically have a 5% chance in winning the car, but it's still there. So you might as well try to spin the wheel and try to do it. I've already had people message me that they've won the car, so there is a chance every time you could win the car when you spin it. You can spin it once a day, and a lot of people, they were wondering, when can I spin this? Because they told me I was spinning it, and then I couldn't spin it the next day. Spin the wheel resets differently than daily objectives. Now, daily objectives, they reset at 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern US time. However, the daily spin, this thing resets 24 hours exactly after you last spun it. So let's say that you spin it at 3:30 p.m. It will reset 3:30 p.m. the next day, 24 hours later. And then it will reset for whatever time period you spin it next, 24 hours right after that. Also, make sure to pick up the free chips because you get 1,000 free chips daily. I picked it up the first day I entered the casino, but then I forgot the next day. 1,000 chips, that's not that much, but still, you get some free chips there, so you might as well pick it up. At number 7, we have the high limit tables, and these are actually right next to the management room, and they're in between that big white room where you play the regular games. Now, what is the difference between high limit tables and the standard room with the white floor? The difference is that high limit tables basically let you play for more. Now, the maximum bet in the regular room, the white table, maximum bet there is 5,000. So 5,000 chips is the maximum bet in the regular room. However, in the high limit table, maximum bet is 50,000 chips. So if you're gambling into casino, just playing the high limit rooms. They're just much more worth it. You just get much more money back. The regular rooms, it's not really worth playing there unless you just want to play for fun. But if you want to make some money, these rooms are your best bet. So always go in here if you're going to be playing in the casino. Don't go in the standard room with the white floor. And also, one more thing, the private dealer that you have in your penthouse, if you do buy the private dealer, that dealer is a high-end table. So it's a high-end table of blackjack and a high-end table of 3-card poker, whichever one you set it at. Unfortunately, you do not get a roulette table in your penthouse, so if you want to play high-end roulette, you gotta go downstairs. At number 6, we have time trial increases in pay. Now, time trials have been buffed a lot in this update. Previously, they were $50,000 when you completed them the first time. And time trials, they would reset once a week. And a lot of these time trials, they can be pretty challenging. Like this course that I was doing, this one is pretty challenging getting over all these hills. So the pay has been increased from $50,000 to $100,000. So time trials are a lot more worth doing. And I'm doing this one with my friend Saucer Cats right here. On his channel, he's actually really good at time trials, and he posts a guide on each time trial and how to complete it. I'll link his channel down below if you guys want to know how to complete each week's time trial. So check him out down below. But time trials, they've been increased in pay, which is good on Rockstar. Moving on to number 5, we have the Deca 54 collectible cards. Now with this update, there was 54 cards that are scattered across the map, and thankfully they are all in the same place for everyone, so they're not randomized. If they were randomized, they'll be pretty bad. But this is one of the card locations here in Ammunition, and you guys can see me picking up a second card also in this clip. There's 54 cards in total, like I said. Each time you pick up a card, you get RP, and you also get chips for the casino. But also, most importantly, when you pick up all 54, you get the High Roller outfit, a red suit that's pretty nice. Pretty cool outfit to wear, and also you get a custom deck that your dealer can use in your penthouse if you play blackjack or you play 3-card poker there if you're private dealer. But also, really important, and a lot of people are missing this. A lot of people haven't been talking about this, but you get a special item in Red Dead Online. So if you are a Red Dead Online player, I'm a big Red Dead Online player, you get a special item for collecting all 54 cards. I'm not sure exactly what that item is. They haven't been really descriptive on the newswire. They just said special item, but supposedly it's going to be a gun. At least that's the way I feel, because if it was just a clothing item, I think that'd be kind of boring. So hopefully it's a new gun. There's a new update coming out in Red Dead Online sometime in the summer as well. That update might be coming out next month, so if you're a Red Dead Online player, pick it up. And also, where to find these card locations, I was watching one of GTA Men's videos recently. He made a really good video on all the card locations, and he made a really fast route. He's actually the fastest that I've seen picking up all the cards, so I will link his video down below. Check out his channel and check out his video, guys. He made a really good video on the card locations. At number 4, we have daily objective changes. Daily objectives have been changed, and I am so happy for this. This is probably one of my favorite features of the update, because daily challenges were changed in Red Dead Online, and they were just much better. They were much more enjoyable to do, and you just made much more gold in that game doing them. And I was saying that, GTA Online, they should really change that, and they should make them much better, because the daily objectives that we had, a lot of them could be really annoying and complicated, like play a last team standing. But the thing is, though, a lot of people don't play these modes, so it's really hard to find anyone to play them, and it's just not worth doing them. But thankfully, they've changed them. So as you guys can see right here, my daily challenges, they're much more different, they're much more simple, much easier to do. They took out a lot of the PvP ones, so a lot of the ones were involved killing players. They took those out, and they also increased rewards for streaks, and also daily challenges each day. So in the past, you would get $25,000, and I think it was like 3,500 RP for completing it each day, but now you get $30,000, so a $5,000 increase plus 5,000 RP, and I'm assuming the streak is also going to be bigger. So in the past, we would get about $100,000 every 7 days we complete it, and then after 28 days, I believe that it was $500,000. So I can't wait to see what the new streaks are going to be. And I'm doing them every day. I'm already on my second day. And my challenge right here was sell meth. I already completed the other ones, which was resupply a meth business. You can just buy supplies easily for that. And also complete a land race. That was pretty simple. I just got a few of my friends. We completed a race together, and now I'm just gonna be selling this. Now, when you sell like meth or weed, you can sell it from the nightclub. But I'll be warning you guys: if you have a daily challenge that tells you to sell meth like me, make sure that you sell the product individually if you're going to be selling it from your nightclub, because I had one the other day where I had to sell weed, and the daily objective specifically told me you got to sell it from the nightclub or the weed business. And what I did was I sold my nightclub shipment and it had weed in there. So I was assuming that that would count, but it didn't. So I'm assuming that you need to sell it individually, which I sold this one meth crate here. Not really that profitable, but I did it for the daily objective. So I'm really excited for this. I'm going to do it for 28 days straight. Already on my second day, 5 more days to go before I'm on 1 week completion, and I will also upload a guide on these new daily challenges and daily objectives, but I need to be able to complete them for 28 days before I can make that chart for you guys. At number 3, we have the casino story missions and their rewards. Now, there were 6 missions that were added as part of the Diamond Casino and Resort DLC, and a lot of people have been wondering if these missions are worth doing. Now, they're worth doing the first time. Second time, not so much, because second time, you get like around $13,000 per mission. The pay isn't that great. But on first time completion of these missions, you get the regular pay plus $50,000 bonus per each mission, and I believe in the last mission you get $100,000, plus you also get rewards for completing them in order and also without dying, and you can get up to $1 million back. But the best reward is at the end. The end, you get the Paragon armored car. And the only way to get this car is you have to host the missions, because I've had a lot of people messaging me. I've seen a lot of comments where people have said, I completed all the missions, and yet I did not get the car. To get the car, you have to host it. It's kind of stupid, because if you're an associate, you're helping somebody out with their missions, and you complete all 6, you should still get it. But for some reason, the game requires you to be host, so make sure you're the host of this. You get $1 million back. You have a new story here. A lot of these missions are fun. Some of them, the enemies can be a little frustrating, but it's worth it for $1 million and also a free car at the end. At number 2, we have the Penthouse Phone, and this phone, whenever you pick it up, Tom is on the other end. And this phone, not really that much special things to do from it, but there are 2 pretty important things. The first important thing is that you can buy chips from this phone. So anytime you're in your penthouse, you can just buy chips from this. There is a cooldown on it. It's, I believe, 1 in-game day for the cooldown on the chips if you buy $50,000, but you can always buy chips from the phone. And the second most important one is the limousine service. This limousine service is actually very useful. I haven't seen that many people use it, but I've been taking advantage of it. The limousine service can actually fast travel you to different locations. I fast traveled here to Grapeseed, and I started resupplying my MC businesses. I started with my weed business first, and then I went over the rest of my MC businesses in Sandy Shores. Now, this can be very useful for getting you from point A to point B around the map. Unfortunately, what's disappointing with the limo is that you can't mark a custom destination and it can't take you to specific buildings, just general locations, but it still is very useful. The other things in this penthouse is you can order champagne from the door. Doesn't really do much. It's more just, kind of a cutscene, kind of, to show off to your friends. Oh, I got champagne here. You can host a party for $20,000, but it doesn't really do much. You're going to see a bunch of NPCs partying, messing around, and then your apartment will get dirty. You can call in room service to clean it up, but not much more than that. But 2 most important things right here are the limousine service and also acquiring chips from it. There's also additionally a helipad service where you can call in a helicopter, but you will have to manually fly it. You don't have a pilot there, so if you want to take off from the rooftop, I know a lot of people would also find that useful. Before I unveil number 1, I wanted to make 2 special mentions. The first is first-person mode in the casino. When you are in the casino, you're going to be walking around. You're going to be going from place to place pretty slow, but if you're in first-person mode, you're actually going to be walking a lot faster, so I suggest using first-person mode to get around the casino pretty fast. Special mention number 2 is the Penthouse Management tab in the interaction menu. I noticed that interaction menu, there's a separate one for Penthouse Management when you're in here, and this one will actually let you move around and buy decorations. So you don't need to go to the casino store to buy the decorations, and this is actually much easier because you can see what the decoration will look like. There's also a few free ones as well, and these decorations, I guess they're a nice touch, but I think a lot of us, we would have liked customization. Like, I pretty much would have preferred kind of penthouse customization, let us change the colors on the floor, the wall, more detailed, let us move furniture around, things like that, but still, I guess we have some kind of customization here, but it's really lacking. I wish there was more to it. And the number one tip that I can give that a lot of people have actually missed is casino work. Casino work is something unique and something different, because I remember when I was reading the Newswire, they were talking about the new story missions, but they were also talking about casino work, and I was really hoping that we would get something like VIP work or client jobs, and we did. It is right here. You have to call Miss Baker and just request a job, and then she'll give you a random job. Thankfully, we don't have to start this in the casino. We can just call her whenever we want, and whenever you start up a random job, you can do this as a CEO or an MC. You need to do it as either one, and you can do it with friends, and your friends will also get paid. And whenever you complete a job like this, the pay isn't that great. It's not, but it is new missions, new activities that you can do, and you also get paid in chips. So you get paid in cash and chips, and if you don't want to gamble, you can just convert those chips to cash at the dealer. So this is something new, this is something unique. I really hope they increase the pay on these missions. Some of them are fun. One of them can be a little annoying. The one at the docks with the crates can be a little annoying, but I liked a lot of the missions, and there's something new, something different to do. A lot of people I noticed don't know about casino work because I talked to a lot of my friends, a lot of different people, and I said, hey, did you do the new casino work? And they told me, yeah, I did the missions, but they were referring to the story missions. And I said, no, not the story missions. There's casino work. And they were like, wait, what's that? So this is right here. This is casino work. So I guess give casino work a try. Let me know what you think down below. And if you're ever running low on chips, you want to get some chips pretty fast, casino work's a good job. I believe the cooldown on it is 2 minutes, somewhere around there. So after you complete each job, cooldown is 2 minutes. Most jobs will pay you or close to $10,000, some below it, but you get around, 4,000, 5,000 chips in the missions, so that's pretty good too, and it's a little good to rank up as well from it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you're new to my channel, enjoy my content, subscribe. And any other tips or tricks that I might have missed, anything else in there, let people know down below. If I see anything down there, I'll reply to people. I'll try to reply to as many people as I can on this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.